And we're back again on the same day. 2 videos in a row. I must be fucking gifted or something, eh? How the fuck is everybody? So, I put my pasta and sauce together and I figured, well, that's a pretty big bowl. Why don't I share some more stories with you while I'm eating? If you don't mind food falling out of my mouth and grossing you the fuck out. I'll try to eat with some manners and some composure. But if a couple of pieces fall out while I'm laughing or pop through my nose, bear with me. So, more funny stories. Oh, let's see here. God, there's just so friggin' many of them. I don't even know where to start. Oh, I gotta get one. Okay, so anyways, we got this part-timer, right? And you can tell he's been up for 2 days. He's all fucked up on speed, right? Just a fucking mess, right? So anyways, this kid's making hamburger. And we got a great big machine. It's, probably, 2 feet by 2 feet squared. Yeah, about that. Anyways, probably holds, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 kilos worth of ground beef. So anyways, inside this machine, there's a mixing arm that mixes the hamburger, right? And where the hamburger comes out, it's called an auger, and it propels the ground beef through. So anyways, this kid's washing the hamburger machine, right? Well, dumbass forgets to put the mixer inside the hamburger machine. And I'll explain what that means in a second. So he starts dumping all the trim in there to make, it's called trim before he turns it into hamburger. He starts dumping this in, and he fills the whole thing right to the top, right? But what you guys need to understand is the mixing arm is what drives the meat down into the auger. So without that arm, that fucking trim's not coming out. So he goes to make his hamburger, fucking nothing's coming out, eh? And he's so fucking stoned, you can tell he has no idea what the fuck's happening, right? So he keeps on doing, he's doing it so long with no meat coming through or lubrication, the fucking blade starts smoking, right? Oh, I guess. Oh, the guys in the meat can relate to that, see how funny it is. So anyways, he opens the thing up and realizes the fucking arm's not in there. Right? So he starts hand bombing all this fucking trim out. Well, you gotta remember, this fucking thing's probably 6 feet high. So you'll get to a point where you can't reach the trim anymore. And because of a meat cutter of vast knowledge and vast experience, and I've seen it all, there's only one way to get that shit out. You got to poke it down with something to drive the hamburger into the auger. But the thing is, with these new machines, they have a safety latch, so you have to do it with the lid on. That's why they got little holes in there. For people who don't know why those little holes are, that's why. Because if someone gets to put that thing in, you can poke the fucking meat down into it. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know if anyone realized in the department what I was doing with this big fucking squeegee. Looked like a big pole, right? But that's exactly because I've seen it happen before, right? So I'm doing my thing, I'm fucking poking the meat down and getting an auger, and it's coming out, you know what I mean? It takes a little time, but it's the only way to do it. Well, I made a mistake. Yes, I'm not fucking perfect. Don't tell anyone, all right? So anyways, so I got this thing, and I'm jamming it in, and what happened is the worm at the bottom of the auger caught the stick. So all you hear is this, the fucking thing's going back and forth, and it goes down like this into the thing, and comes out like a great big metal corkscrew. So I'm sitting there holding this aluminum pole, so like a big fucking scorpion in my hand. We're all laughing our asses. We got one of these huge belly laughs going on that you only lucky enough to experience, once a year, And our guts are just, like, I almost pissed myself. Won't be the first time I laugh so hard. And the boss comes in and he goes, "Oh, what the fuck is this, man? The fucking squeegee, you always damage the stuff in the apartment." I'm like, okay, number one, a squeegee costs about $5. And if I wouldn't have done it, he would have spent fucking a day trying to get all that fucking meat out there and would have hold up production, you know what I mean? It's a busy place. So, it was so fucking funny, eh? But the funniest part was, I don't know, I guess I was in trouble for something. I got to call to the office. I can't remember what the fuck it was. Must have been something stupid. Usually is. So anyways, Darius fucking gave me the riot act about something or other. I can't remember what the fuck it was. That's how important it was to me anyways. Anyways, he actually brings that story up. You know what I mean? He's like, you know, you're damaging equipment, you know, fucking Costco property. I'm like, you fucking snapperhead. You know, if you knew anything about anything, you would have known that was the only way to get that out. And if I wouldn't have been there, you would have had 2-3 guys trying to scoop this shit with their hands. Like, that would have looked really good. You know what I mean? Fucking whatever. But that's a funny story. At least I thought it was funny. And the guys who were there thought it was funny. So, yeah. Let me pause it and I'll think of another one. Something a little more on the sensitive side. You know, I want to tell you a couple of stories that kind of deflate this whole Scott's the monster, Scott does this, Scott's a bad influence, blah, 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 blah. And the part-timers who are listening to this, or heard about it or whatever, can relate. I'll give you a good story. So we had this one kid, his name was, well, I can't remember his real name. I give everyone nicknames, so I decided to call this kid Milky. You know, good kid. So anyways, Ryan's on the forklift, and, you know, I'm back. I think I was pulling pork at the time, and this kid came in, and I think he had took the wrong day to pork. Anyways, fucking Ryan just fucking reams into this kid, you know, just reams into him. And I'm looking at the kid's face. You know, I've worked a long enough time to read people pretty well. The kid goes back, I'm like, yeah, this kid's going to fucking cry. So Ryan's doing what he's got to do, you know. And so I go back, and sure enough, this kid's just fucking bawling, you know what I mean? And I console him. I said, don't worry, I know it's a tough story. You know, he doesn't hate you. You know, it's just his style. You know, it'll be okay. You know, I'll keep an eye on you. If you have any problems, come talk to me. And, you know, and I'll help you get through this summer. Don't worry about a kid, you know. Just come to me if you have any problems, and we'll make sure you're all right. So, you know, that's one thing that I do that, you know, probably none of you wouldn't expect me to do. But I did. Where else was another one? Oh, yeah, this kid, man. So we had this, I believe he was Vietnamese or South Korean. Don't remember. I think it was Vietnamese. His name was, well, I don't remember his name. I think it was Pong Lao or something like that. I called him Lance. So anyways, Lance was amazing, man. Just amazing. So, you know, Mikey and, you know, started to notice that and started to put him in a position of leadership on the rapper and stuff, right? So anyways, I go to him, and he was bitching that no one was listening to him. I said, I know. Management only does half the job for you. So I told him, I said, listen, this is what you do. Any kid that comes underneath you and you tell them, I have to tell them what to do because you got a job to do, just tell them that if they don't listen to you, they'll have to deal with that crazy fuck, meaning me, right? Not usually put them in line right away. So, you know, he's using my character and my personality to help him delegate to the guys underneath him. But do you think management would fucking tell the people underneath Lance, listen, what Lance says goes? No. You know what I mean? And you got to see this shit every day, you know, this fucking mismanagement crap, you know? You know what I mean? But anyways, long story short, this kid put in a hell of a summer for us. So I talked to someone in the bakery, and they bought me a cake for him. You know, we got you know, thanks for all your hard work, you know, and I put it on the wrapper for him. He came in, seen it. He was all surprised. You know, probably made his fucking summer, you know? So there's a little something, some things you don't know about me and the things that I did that, you know, that I actually did give a fucking shit. Contrary to other people's beliefs, but a couple stories there for you. Well, I'm going to finish the rest of my pasta because it's getting cold. So listen to commandments and take care of each other. Take care.